All right. Day 21. Yeah, 21 days of recording, going straight to the gym every day. Not straight to the gym, but, getting the gym done. Today's a day off from both jobs. So, got to sleep in, which was wonderful because I hadn't been able to go to sleep yesterday. So today definitely got some sleep. Did some laundry. Went to DMV to see what's up with the tags. And I guess I had already paid them. I just didn't know where I put them. So unfortunately I can't look it up online. It said that I hadn't paid them. So I came home after wasting like an hour at DMV. And then found them. Went through all the paperwork, found them. So yeah. So I have my tags. But they get renewed like in 2 months, so it's kind of like, for what? Like, it doesn't even matter. I haven't really been driving it just because I've been fixing stuff on it. I did the spark plugs. I'm talking about the Mercury, the 71. Need to do the valve covers, which I'll order tonight. Get them through Prime. Everything is just so much cheaper on Amazon. I don't know how these fucking businesses can even stay afloat anymore. If they figure out a way to get 1-day shipping or same-day shipping type deal, it's over. It's game over for all the fucking shops. So that's that. No rush with that, but gotta order those. Gotta order a couple things, I think, for the car. That's it. When I get home, I gotta fold laundry because I got another load in the machine. But that's one thing about working out every day. It does turn into a lot of laundry. If you sweat like I do, I literally have to let my clothes dry before I could even throw them in the wash. And that's a big mistake that a lot of people make. They'll go to the gym, they'll get all sweaty, and I mean, the worst thing you could do is throw it in a basket and let other clothes pile on top, because then you're really making some mold and some smells in those clothes. But if you want to preserve your sweaty clothes for as long as possible, you let them dry. In the summer, it's even better to put it outside in some shade, of course, not direct sun. You could do direct sun, but you'd have to come get it like pretty quick if it wasn't too hot, because then it'll just take the color off. But you let it dry in the shade when it's hot. Come outside the next day, grab them, throw those in the wash, and you'll notice that the smell won't be there. Excuse me. If you take them, sweat, throw it right into the wash and wash them, dry them, you will notice the smell. It'll stay there. And it's just because the mildew is still in the fabric. It's still actually a little bit damp in there. It's kind of weird, but yeah. I use baking soda as well. I put a scoop of baking soda on my clothes just to give it an extra deodorizing. But yeah. I went earlier to take the truck through the car wash, and it was closed. So I think I'm going to go do that right now. Right before I actually go to the gym. You know, a lot of people, and I got asked this by somebody at the gym, like a gym friend, and they asked me, they're like, hey, do you ever, and I think it was because their girlfriend always wants to go out, and they asked me, do you ever just like not want to do shit on your off day? Like, just veg out on the couch? And I told them, that is my favorite thing to do. Unfortunately, there's a lot of shit to do. That's another one of Mom's sayings. There's always something to do. Whether it's cleaning something, whether it's fixing something, whether it's organizing something, there is always something to do. Something needs attention. And that's true. I mean, if you got animals, fuck, there's always shit to do with them, right? Cut their nails, fucking brush them, clean their stuff. Cars, if you got cars and you don't have the money or are smart enough to save yourself some money and do things yourself, then you are always going to be cleaning this, changing that, checking this. So there's always something to do. But veg out, fuck, man. If you're go all week, you work out, you bust your ass, you're always constantly moving. Yeah, having that day that you could just not do shit, just move, and the most movement you do is the clicking of the button or turning on the microwave to make something real quick, whatever, which I don't recommend food in the microwave, but you know, it happens, and that shit is great. That shit is great sometimes. I love it. So, going through the car wash. I used to wash my own car, my own truck, but when I got the pinched nerve in the back, not to mention the torn bicep tendons, it got too difficult. Basically disabled. It's getting easier to do stuff for sure, but it's still difficult to stand on my feet for hours on end. So for $20 a month, not too bad. Saving a lot of water too. Water, time, energy. Is it the best wash that your car can get? No, not even close. A hand wash will always be superior. And here comes the fans. Sounds like it's gonna destroy the fucking truck. It's great. By the way, I'm driving a 2011 Nissan Titan. What's my take on the truck? It's okay. Hasn't been too bad. I know Nissans have a bad rep for like transmissions, but when I bought this truck, I didn't have the money to buy a Tacoma, and I didn't want to get a Ford or a Dodge or anything like that. I guess I could have went for a Chevy, but even Chevys are kind of shit. But I needed a newer truck with 4 doors, which now I want to sell it and go back to a small bed 2-door. But at the time, that's what I wanted, to carry the kids around, and now the kids are not around, so don't really need it anymore. My kid actually just texted me. He flipped a Dodge diesel truck he had bought just to flip, and that's cool. Doing stuff, making moves. It's the way you should do it. So yeah, I was thinking about doing that, buying like smaller cars like Hondas and Toyotas, and gas savers, fixing them up a little, get them running good, and selling them for a profit. There's money to be made there. Still haven't learned how to detail engine compartments really well yet. I've watched videos and stuff, and I have most of the equipment to do it, brushes and stuff like that, and cleaners. But I'm gonna do it to my 71 Mercury soon, once I get the valve covers on it. That way I can put a high pressure washer to the engine and get all that old oil that keeps coming out of the valve covers out of there. And that thing's been like that since forever. Gonna do a leg workout today. Just gonna try it, take 2. Tried last time with the buddy on Sunday. Ended up doing chest, which is fine. Chest is a little sore, so definitely feel the effects of those deep stretches, those pauses, squeezing. Which I'm surprised, because I texted with him and he said he feels it too. And the last time I worked out, he said he didn't feel a thing. So it's good. I won't hit chest probably for at least a week. I always give it plenty rest. When you're working out naturally, you have to do that. When you're on juice, your body will recover super ultra fast. And that's the advantage. The rebuilding, the recovery, it's cut down by a quarter of the time. I remember working out with my homies that were doing some stuff. These are competitive guys. We would do these brutal, grueling 2-3 hour leg workouts, heavy weight. I'm talking 1,500 pound leg presses and 500-600 pound squats. And I couldn't walk for fucking a week. These guys, 3 days in, they're like, yeah, I'm good, I'm ready to go again. And it was just like, whoa, insane. But yeah, rest is super important when you're natural. I think that's what Mike Mentzer was talking about. I mean, he went a little extreme with the fucking 7 days for fucking 20 minutes of working out, 30 minutes, whatever the fuck it was. But I think I can agree on that. Being a natural bodybuilder / weightlifter in my youth, definitely, because I always gave myself 7 days, which sounds crazy, right? Like, I did chest on Monday, I didn't touch it again until next Monday. But on that Monday, I fucking destroyed it. Fucking 25, 30 sets, Arnold style. Over fucking worked, overkilled, super heavy drop sets. I think I drop setted almost every single fucking exercise, and there was like 8 movements and shit. So, you can do it. I might have overdone it, but you can do that if you're eating a lot of food and you're giving it a lot of rest, and you're going to be sore for 4 or 5 days. By the 7th, 8th day, you should be ready to go again. But super important, for the rest and the massages too. If you're a natural bodybuilder, you need, even if you're not, you need those fucking massages. You have to loosen shit up. The growth won't come if you're not helping the muscle expand and get bigger and get the blood flow and the nutrients through there. And you just won't. You won't be able to. If you're benching 500 pounds every week for 5 years, like I was, 10 years, there's no way. You need to get those deep tissue massages to move that shit around, to get the fascia, to get the muscle, the knots, to get all that nutrients moving, the blood flow. That's how you're gonna get a better quality, longer lasting muscle. Nobody talks about that shit. So yeah, super important. Which, by the way, I got another massage, and now finally my trap is firing. So it's this morning I tried it and I looked in the mirror, and it still hurts. I'm doing it right now, and it still feels like a pinch on my neck over here in my trap, but now it's firing. So it finally loosened up the knot that was pinching that nerve or whatever it was. So yeah, super important. Anyways, let's get this leg workout going. All right, leg day completed. It was solid. Started with 30 minutes of cardio to warm up the joints, the knees, get a little sweat going. Didn't do any backwards walking, no treadmill, just went straight from 30 minutes of the Cybex to the leg extensions. Did a shit ton because it had been a while since I really got heavier weights on the knees. So I just took it step by step. You know, started with 70, did 25 of those, then went 100, did 20 of those, you know, and so on. 130, did, 15 and 20 of those, until I got to the heavier stuff, like the 200s, and I was doing 10 to 12 of those. I think I got down almost to the bottom, which is like 265. I think the top on this machine was 295 or 285. Did 10 of those, and at the very last set, like I said, I just stripped it down, just cut it. Did about 4 or 5 sets, so about 50 reps at the end. Just what I've always done. Then went to the hamstrings, the curls, the leg curls. Still feel a pinch on my right ham. When I squeeze it, I still feel a pinch. I think I'm gonna have to talk to the doctor about potentially getting an MRI. Now, that's the knee that doesn't have the ACL anymore. It's gone. I don't have an ACL. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's like moving it where it hurts. But I still want to get it looked at. So I might have to request an MRI for that. Then moved on to the hack squat. In the hack squat, I do the same thing I always do. I go up to 3 plates, slow and concentrated, go as deep as possible, which isn't too deep for me because of my knee injury. But it takes time. Once I get to like about the 4th or 5th set, I can definitely tell that my knees it'll settle and it'll let me go down a little deeper. So I go 1 plate. I put my legs low on the platform. I go at the bottom, and then I do another set at the top. I did about 15 on each one there with 1 plate to warm up, and then I go for 2 plates, and I do the same thing, bottom and top of the platform, for about 10 to 12, depending what I can get. And then same thing with 3 plates. Then I go 3 plates, 1, 2, 3, top and bottom. And then on the last set, I actually cut it though. I do the 10 and 10, and on the last set, I'll strip a plate and I'll go to the middle of the platform and do 10 more. Then I'll strip that one and do the middle of the platform and do 10 to 12 more, which is usually brutal at the end. So, and these are all slow with a pause at the bottom, powering it up. Try to really feel the negative. Trying not to use 5, 6, 7, 8 plates. It's goofy, I think, when people are doing that. It's just like you can get plenty of growth from a decent weight if you stick to those hard reps and really flex the muscle. And I mean, my quads are fairly big, and I've never done more than like 5 plates on a hack squat. It's just goofy when you see guys with 7, 8 plates with wraps and everything. It's like, bro, the wraps are doing all the work. Your muscle's not even doing the work anymore. Or when you see guys bouncing off of the bottom end, it's just goofy. But anyways, then I moved on to the leg press, and same thing. Started with 3 plates, went 4 plates, 5 plates, and I do on the platform I go a little bit higher than middle, and I'll do 10 really wide, good stretch. So my knees are like, they're almost hitting my chest. They're way out here. And I'll do 10 slow ones like that. I'll rack it, and then I'll put my feet down to the bottom, nice and close, and that's obviously for the quads. And then I'll do 10 more of those, and those usually kick my ass. And then you go another plate and do the same thing, and then another plate and do the same thing, and then on the last one you strip it down once, and do as many as you can, 10 and 10, and that's it. And then to finish it, I went and I did some RDLs, stretch out some good hamstring stretches with just 1 plate. I'm not trying to get muscle that way. I'm just trying to stretch out the hams. Especially right now, I haven't done legs for a while. Once I continually do it every week, once a week, then I'll implement more weight on that exercise. But that one's just a stretch. Then follow that up with abs, 3 sets, just like I always do. Leg lifts with the twist with the 45-pound weight, side to sides, 10 to 15. And then about 15-20 minutes of sauna. And I am definitely tired and hungry. But it was good. Overall, it was good. Definitely going to stretch when I get home. I feel like my back is a little stiffened up. But everything else feels okay. It was funny. I saw this kid. He was doing bench press flat. Wasn't very much. He was in decent shape. Skinny white kid with some muscle. But he was doing the bench press and he's shaking like crazy. Only a plate and a half or something, plate and a quarter. And but he's like really wide. And I told him, hey dude, like, are you trying to hit chest or are you trying to hit your front delt? Like, you're gonna get way more benefit by pushing those elbows in. You're doing more chest. I told him, just think of it like a dumbbell press. When you bring your elbows in and you push up, you squeeze your chest. And he kind of looked at me like I don't know, like I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Kind of like shrugged me off, and he just went back to doing it the same way, really wide and shaking like a fucking bitch. It was just crazy. It's like, okay, like, fuck it. It goes to show you, and I started off the statement. I told him to help him fix his lift, flat bench. I told him, hey, are you trying to hit chest? Are you trying to hit more of your shoulders, or what are you trying to do? Like, and I even told him, hey, take it from a guy who used to hit 5, 6 plates. Like, I know what I'm talking about. when it comes to the flat bench. There is a benefit to doing the wide, but he was trying to lift as heavy as he could go, which doing it nice and wide is going to definitely compromise those shoulders. He was young though, so the tendons are going to hang in there. But, you know, once he starts playing with 300-400 pounds doing that, it's no longer going to be, shit's going to be ripping, you know? But, hey, it's just funny to me. You can't judge a book by its cover. You know, you see that old fat guy in the corner. For all you know, he was a fucking Mr. Universe. For all you know, he was a powerlifter, you know, benching fucking 800 pounds, 1,000-pound deadlifts. You just don't know. So when someone older than you, your elders, try to give you advice, even if you think it's bullshit, just listen. You might learn something. I even told him, hey, try it out. When you got a little bit of weight on the bench, try it out and see how it feels. And he just kind of shrugged off, okay, and walked away. And will he try it? I don't know. Maybe he will. Maybe one day he'll just be like, you know what? I'm going to try what that fucking fat old man told me to do. See how it feels. But definitely be humble. You don't know everything. I don't know everything. I know a lot because I've tried things that people have told me. And I told him that. I said, hey, someone corrected me too when I was young. They told me, hey, do this. And I did it. And I said, wow, I'm a lot stronger bench than I thought. So, you know, we all learn from each other. That's definitely the takeaway. We all learn from the experience and those that are experienced that came before us. You know, I seen a guy doing Arnold presses today. I haven't seen anyone do Arnold presses in fucking years. But there he was doing Arnold presses. It was just cool. I thought it's funny because the internet will say, oh, well, he just did those as a joke. I mean, it's still a movement. It's a compound movement. Works out a little bit of the bicep, works out the front delt. At the top, probably could squeeze in a little tricep squeeze. You know, so it's just a compound movement. Any movement is good as long as it's controlled and steady. So yeah. Anyways, headed home to refuel, stretch, and relax.